Hey, look, it's raining again. Shocking. There's not really enough room to bring the big truck and trailer down here and turn around. Now it's all wet and muddy, so we're just going to track the 160 down here, and I'm going to start digging a big borrow pit to, well, not really a borrow pit, I'm just digging a hole to push all them rocks into. He's going to go back and get the dozer. It's still on that job where we started the pond, but it's not going to dry out enough this year, I don't think. Or this winter, I should say. And so we're going to go down there and get that and bring it back up here so we can use it on this project. So I loaded quite a few loads yesterday. Got all those dumped back here. So what I'm going to do today is actually go over the edge of the hill and start digging a big hole, and then take all this and push it down there into it. I want to try to do like almost like landfill cells. I know I didn't quite think that they were going to have it that far down that way, but I can push it back over. I want to dig a big long trench kind of right here at the end, throw the dirt over here, take all that material, put it in it, and then be able to take that dirt and put back over top of it. That's my plan. We'll see how well it's going to work. Here behind the pile to dig a hole, and guess what I've run into? The same stuff I'm trying to bury. So it does no good to try to dig a hole just to dig up rock, to put rock back in the ground. So I'm just skimming it down to that. We'll put in a 2 or 3 foot layer, whatever I feel like I can put in here, and get some good cover over it. But I do want to scrape. There's a little bit of clay and topsoil. Throw it over here to the side. That way I do have some clean material to kind of cover everything up when it's all said and done. I don't know how far the rock goes down the hill. I dug up about 3 feet over there and didn't hit any. So we shall see. As you can tell, I mean, this is the whole purpose of trying to fill this field in with some better dirt. Is there's no material here to really grow any pasture grass on. So that's the plan, is fill all this in, get a more subtle slope, and then take the topsoil, this stuff right here, put back on top where they can get some grass to grow. It's amazing how wet and muddy everything is on top, but like I said, this whole area is nothing but this material. So I mean, it's everywhere. So nobody wants it because they can dig in the ground and get it. But I mean, look at that. That's just it's not dusty by no means, but it's pure just rock and sand. Somebody else has dumped a little bit of dirt out here because this clay is not a native material for this area right here. Trying to level off me a little bit of a spot here so I'm not rocking all over the place digging. I've actually never really walked down here to see what's down here, so there's a lot more area right here than I thought there was. Inches of dirt's all that's right there. So much for digging my big hole. Well, that's fine. I can come off that pile right there at about 3 feet deep, then cap it with another 2 or 3 feet, and I'll try to put all the big rocks in the bottom and some of the cleaner dirt over top and then cap it again, it'll be fine. I could dig a hole right here behind me and just kind of see what the material looks like down here where it's never been disturbed. That should be virgin dirt right there. Okay, you can see it. It's kind of got a good topsoil mix in it. That's what I want to throw out of the way and then put this on top. Might have to kind of bale some of that back over, but won't be the end of the world. A lot of scoops with the 160. John's gone to go get the dozer this morning. Like I said, it's on that pond project we worked one day on with the 250, the haul truck, and the dozer's down there, but it just kept getting stuck and can't get the dirt moved to where it needs to be. Near efficient, so pretty much the truck can't even drive, it's so wet. So that's going to probably have to hold off till springtime, and we're going to bring the dozer back up here. That way it can stay out here. Hopefully I can round somebody up when we start really moving dirt, and they can stay over here and just push it off into this kind of cell right here. Alright, I got my first pit dug here. It's only about 4 or 5 feet deep. Kind of windrowed all the topsoil up here to one side. And I'm going to go over here and dig another one on that side through the dirt the other direction. And start, hopefully he'll be here with the dozer by then, start pushing all that down in here. I got a pretty good sized hole here dug now. A lot of dirt piled up on each side. Starting to run into some groundwater down here, so that's as far as I went. No need to dig mud out. But let's see, I'm gonna go up there and throw some of that back, and hopefully the dozer will be here before long. I can take all that and push it down the hill, track it in. So normally this wouldn't be so much up here at one time, as somebody would be over here with the dozer to push this off as it was being brought in, but I got like 35-40 loads up here that need to go in this hole now. I'll rake this out. I'm gonna go as far as I can down here, but still get it where I can throw it in the hole, and I'll just push the rest with the dozer. But the dozer won't push all this because it's 5 or 6 loads deep. It just won't push that much. But I can get a rock stuck between the bucket teeth. It won't dig with a rock between the bucket teeth. But I can scoop it up like this. Just start throwing it over here. And then push it down the hill. No need to get it pretty. I can definitely push it a lot faster with the dozer when it gets here. Being so much dirt in here, everything kind of packs in there nicely, and there shouldn't be any big voids or anything. So I'm gonna dig this back, whatever I can do with the excavator, and then I can come in there and finish pushing the rest of it and kind of push it down the hill and get everything tracked in as I go. I'm just trying to get a good chunk of the end put in there. Make it a little bit easier to push. I don't end up flinging myself down the hill. Alright, well, let me keep doing this. I'll get back a little bit farther and I'll set the camera up down there and get a little video chunking rocks down the hill. Be a little more exciting with the dozer. It'll push a lot more. going pretty good. I got a fair amount of this stuff already laid over the bank here. Just kind of doing a pile, and then when I push that other stuff, I can come right off that edge and just ramp it on down in there. Trying to get these bigger rocks thrown over because they're they'd be a little violent to push with the dozer. And get plenty of cover over top of them. Probably need to haul about this much more rock to finish filling that in, maybe a little bit more, and then I'll probably dig another cell. I'll probably need to take that dirt and throw up on top, or either once we get this pushed off, haul some clean dirt in to cover it up, lay that over on top, dig another pit right there, throw that up top, and then another one, throw it that way, and just kind of keep working our way along this hillside, try to get a nice transition down here. Because that was the main problem, is it was all a rock cliff, and there was no way he could safely mow it and maintain this pasture. But if we get all this filled in and a nice gentle slope, I mean, it's going to be a good slope. There's damn 30-40 feet of fall from here to the top to the bottom down there at the tree line, and but get it softened up a little bit where it won't be so steep. Let's find a rock and see how far I can throw it. Almost to the end. Alright, well, I got a little bit more to move, and then I'll push the rest of it down here when the dozer arrives here shortly. So I got the dozer here now. I'm gonna, and of course it's raining, like it always does. I'm gonna shoot through here and get the top of that pile that I threw over there pushed off and kind of knock down a little bit, and then I'm gonna start taking this and all that, shoving it over the hill. So hopefully it'll quit raining and I can get some video outside. Well, it kept raining so hard, so I never could set the camera up outside. I wanted to get a video of the rocks falling off of the hill there down into the pit, but the rain wouldn't stop long enough to set the camera up down there. But I got a couple on the dozer, so pretty much got this wrapped up for today. Remember, there was dirt all the way from pretty much that little ditch right there where the water's running down the hill all the way across. Got that cut and filled in. We'll drive down here and look real quick. I probably got about a third of the hole I dug filled up, just because I had to, you know, do that transition from where we were dumping down there to the hole. But I probably got room for another 75 loads down here. It'll probably take to finish filling that hole up and tie it into that original grade, and then we can haul some clay and dirt and kind of top dress that, and then I'll get up there with the excavator and throw that pile of topsoil back on top of this and dig another cell right there to push all this stuff into. And we'll just continue all the way across to that ridge right there. That should make a real nice slope off of this field all the way down.